Hey, this is Dennis Spahn here with VeteranAI, and today what we're going to cover is how to create a buddy statement. Okay, so again, to get a little bit of education in there, we create buddy statements if your service event does not have enough evidence to support your VA claim for the most part. There's a few other cases, but generally speaking, you were like 99% of veterans and you did not go to sick call for whatever reason, because who does that? Okay. So when you get here, you're going to hit disabilities right here at the top. You're going to select view all. And we want to select the disability we want to create a statement for, or a buddy statement for. Again, we'll kind of keep it similar. We're going to talk all about this ACL tear. Okay. Once you're here, you come over here to Layman. And you can see here, I've already created one. We're going to go through that entire process again. And yeah, let's go ahead, hit request. We're going to say Jane Smith just to make it a little different. We'll send it to some random email. And we'll say friend. Sure. Hit next. What's happening now is AI is actually going and creating more or less buddy notes um, for your buddy. Okay. So what I want to highlight here, it's very, 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 very important that everything inside of this note and instructions for Jane Smith is something you are okay with sharing. Okay, so obviously for like an ACL tear, that's probably, pretty okay. But let's say this is like a PTSD or some sort of anxiety or depression or something else. And you don't really want to share all this information. Again, we do our best on our end to make sure we're not sharing that type of information, or we err on the side of don't share it. But again, if you don't want to share something, make sure that it's not in this, because again, everything in this box goes to Jane in this case. Okay, so you can always, delete it if you want to. We're going to go ahead though, and we're going to send this off. Okay. So now it's a waiting game. I would always recommend that you've already told Jane Smith that, hey, I'm looking for a buddy statement, expect an email here the next day or two. Uh, but anyways, I'm gonna kind of pop over to a different screen and we'll continue there. Okay. So real quick, this is what your buddy can expect to see. They're going to get just an email from us. They're going to have a big button here that says create statement. You can go ahead and click that. We are going to start right over here. So this is what you can expect them to be able to see. Go ahead and hit get started. And again, we're just going to kind of fly through this. It's the same thing as a personal statement. You basically check a few boxes, answer a few questions, and you're done. Okay. Big thing is some questions may not be applicable for all scenarios out there. There's an infinite amount of scenarios. So if it's not applicable to you or to your buddy, um, they can by all means just say, hey, this isn't applicable to me. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and kind of fly through this just to keep the video pretty short. Okay. You're going to come to once you're done, or once your buddy is done, you're going to come to this screen. And from here, what you need to do is create a statement with AI. Okay, so the same thing's happening. It's basically taking all of this context right here, and it's going to more or less reformat it into a much more clean statement for the VA. Again, it is doing its best to be very obvious, if that makes sense. Before the event, professionally, socially, behavior impacts, things like that. It's spelling it out for the VA rater because again, these guys got a lot of work to do. So it's trying its best to make it very clear cut as to what's happening. And again, if your buddy is not happy, they can always edit this, but we're gonna just go ahead, hit print. We're gonna hit download. a PDF gets generated, and you can see here, here's your statement, sign, date. So we're going to pretend we already hit sign and date. And for all those probably asking right now in the comments, go ahead. You can let me know that I need it. We are eventually going to have this with DocuSign or some other system like that. But for now, gotta give us a minute. We'll get there. But if you want that, go ahead, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I'm fine with that. So here, you can select your signed and dated layman statement. Goes there. Obviously, we're asking, hey, if this helped you, hopefully, or made it easy for you to write a buddy statement. There's obviously more out there for your buddy, but for now, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to come back to our application here. You can see Jane Smith. You would, if you're like waiting for it, you're going to have to refresh it. But if you obviously came back, a day or two later, it should be updated. And you can see right here, it is generated. You can hit download and bam, here is your statement. Okay, and I mean, that's it. You are ready to go ahead and submit that to the VA. It's either like a supplemental claim or, maybe it's part of your initial claim. You're ready to go. It's just that easy. So again, if we're doing something really well, let us know if there's something we can do better. Let me know in the comments. I'm totally fine with that. Like always, like, share, subscribe. It helps get the word out. And other big thing that we're really pushing is you can join our Discord. There you can kind of get an insight of what the team's working on, what our priorities are, and you can also ask a lot of questions. We do have a few VSO members there. We do have a few VA people there on an unofficial basis, of course, that are there to, kind of answer some questions out there. And again, it's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no tiering or anything there. You could just ask questions. But yeah, that's all. Again, I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Bye.